Former President Obama is getting back into the community organizing with a new project. It's exciting. It's called Redistricting You. Starting in 2021, they're going to send redistricting experts to train activists in targeted states to combat partisan gerrymandering after the 2020 census. Is this really just a campaign to help the Democrats and hurt Republicans? Joining me now, of course, Victor Davis Hanson, Senior Fellow at Hoover, and Dinesh D'Souza, conservative author and filmmaker.
You've got this spectacle of the Democratic primary candidates running almost against the Obama legacy. You add all that up, and then the optics of a green woke socialist spending $25 million on two mansions, one of which is right on the seacoast at a time when he warned us that the seas would be rising and that you've made enough money at some point you not to profit anymore, spread the wealth, you didn't build that. It's just not a good, can't square that circle. So he's trying to get back and restore the Obama of 2008, I suppose.
Dinesh, he was smarting, right? Dinesh, after the 2016 election results, I mean, it all got blown away that night. I mean, I'd love to have seen his face, like a time-lapse photo. So now this kind of seems like a weak move, though. It doesn't seem all that impressive to me. But he knows if Trump gets reelected, all these never-Trumpers, it's done. It's done for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, 2016 was a repudiation of Obama, even more than a repudiation of Hillary. And with Obama, this whole notion that he's somehow trying to restore procedural fairness, I mean, it worked in 2004, it worked in 2008. It's been a declining credibility issue ever since. Now, the funny thing about the mansion in Martha's Vineyard, I think, is it really exposes the hollow rhetoric behind all this climate change. It shows that Obama himself knows it's nonsense, because if he believed a word of it, if he thought that the oceans were going to rise and his property was going to go underwater, he would not have made the investment. And property values would have plunged. So the buyers know it's not true. The sellers know it's not true. The real estate agents know it's not true. Nobody believes a word of it. So this climate change stuff has become a never land of rhetoric, and you see that even Obama's actions cannot be in sync with them.
That's a great point. And we have this side by side. I think we can look at it, put it up on the screen, what they're projecting for the House and what's going to happen with the water levels and so forth. So Climate Central says that what the Obama Martha's Vineyard home is going to look like in 2016 in the extreme scenario. Can we put up the shot? Do we have it? There it is. There we go. You can kind of see it. Now, what it looks like now, that's what it looks like now. So you see how the water moves into the land areas. I mean, it's kind of scary. If you can, I mean, you can see the shaded areas. That's all underwater. That's his house underwater. You see him waving there. These are the same people like DiCaprio and all these guys. I'm sure they're nice people. I don't know them. I'm sure they're nice people. But like they're flying to their conventions on their G5s and flying in the beluga caviar, and they're wailing about the latest, horrible story about the Amazon is sad. It's awful, but it's just none of it squares with the way they live their own lives. None of it.
Yeah, the truth of it is nothing is happening that's that unusual in the Amazon. Even all these pictures on social media of the Amazon burning, most of them are lifted from earlier years, going back as far as 2000. So what's really going on here is Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, there are pretty bad
fires. Oh, no,
there.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the fires
awful.
in the Amazon are no different than the fires that have occurred in previous times. This is not the lungs of the earth. The earth is not going to run out of oxygen. What I'm objecting to is the apocalypticism and the alarmism. But, here's the point I want to make. And that's that while these people are saying all this about climate change, the real appeal of it, none of them know if the earth is getting hotter or colder, nor do they care. What they care about is that the Green New Deal is the smuggling mechanism for a socialist agenda.
Absolutely.
If you just look at the agenda, look at basic income and Medicare for all and raising the minimum wage, and none of this has anything to do with climate change. But since we can't have the old Marxist revolution, the proletariat is not revolting, we have to appeal to the planet. The planet's making us do it.
Yeah, Victor and Dinesh, I could do an hour with both of you. Thank you so much.